a tough loss against River Ridge. A tough loss against River Ridge, but it was something that they have struggled against all season.
So as we come back to on
The line in is needed.
Ball to Amy Singh now on the wing, gets it to Blatchford, and Blatchford will slow down. 5:15 to go in the first quarter. 3-1 your score as the ball goes out of bounds. Sequoyah locked in a good battle with a good East Paulding team. Max, this is the first time we have seen East Paulding in the playoffs in quite some time, as Coach Gambrel has done a fantastic job of getting these girls back into shape. Ball poked away, now battle on the floor for the ball, and a foul will be called on Ellie Blatchford.
And yeah, Chase, you're right. We haven't seen these Raiders in the playoffs in a long time. And in the beginning of the season, it didn't really look that much different for them from past seasons. They started off 3-5 and more of the same for the past couple seasons, but then they took off, going 500 for the rest of the season, and that's what got them into the playoffs.
So the winner of this game will take on the winner of the Heritage Conyers or Houston County game. But they have to win here. Survive and advance mentality. Ball at the top of the key for Mann. And she leaves it back. Three-point shot is up, but no good as it is to the left for Lovejoy. Ball picked up by Jackson. Rogers moves the ball ahead. Looks for a lane inside and is fouled and will go to the basket and an and one.
Great physical drive by Rogers there. Not letting one defender stop her. And before this, I was about to say that East Paulding is kind of playing their brand of basketball. They usually only score about 47 points per game compared to Sequoiah's 60. So they're going to want to try to make as many stops as possible and control the tempo of this basketball game. Rogers
converts on the and one. Here comes East Paulding with a chance to creep back into to creep a little closer, but that half-court trap barely gets over and back. I think she got over just in the nick of time. Three-point shot is up, no good. As the shooter on that attempt was Jada Anderson. East Paulding unable to find the bottom of the net. They've got 1 point, but that came off of a free throw. Got to get some offense going to keep up with this high-scoring Sequoyah offense. Rogers looks inside to Singh, who finds Jackson. Jackson to the hoop and lays it up and in.
Beautiful passing right there. Senior to senior to senior.
Trap at half court again. Lovejoy pushes the ball ahead. Lovejoy takes it at the wing, now distributes it, but it's stolen by Blatchford. Blatchford all by herself, lays it off the glass and in, and Sequoyah is in the catbird seat, and Coach Gimbrell is not happy. He'll take a timeout.
Continuing that 3 steals a game average. We've seen it all year from Blatchford, and we've really seen it all year from the Sequoyah defense. That is really what closes these games out for the Chiefs and what has gotten them to a 2 seed in their playoffs.
3:46 left to go in the first quarter. Your score, Sequoyah 10, East Paulding 1. We talked about it earlier. It's going to be a tough matchup in the next round as the winner will take on the winner of the Houston County versus Heritage Conyers game. East Paulding came in at 17-12. It had been almost a decade since they had been in the playoffs. Coach Gimbrell has done a fantastic job. You know, I talked to Kyle Sandy earlier, and he said that he should be in the running for Coach of the Year for what he's done with this East Paulding team.
Yeah, no doubt. Fantastic job is probably an understatement. He got a team from nothing and really did a fantastic job at propelling them forward.
Yeah, these girls have had an excellent season. Going to have to do a little better, though, as they're trailing Sequoyah by 9, and a travel called on the floor will give the ball right back to the Lady Chiefs. So Sequoyah with that heartbreaking loss in the region championship game to their arch nemesis River Ridge have not been able to get over that hump, but so have so many other teams as River Ridge only has 1 loss on the year.
I was about to say they haven't been able to find out how to beat them this whole season.
And last year as well, they were the thorn in their side last year.
Yeah, last year they lost them to the region tournament too.
But it has been an all Sequoyah River Ridge region on the girls' side of things. And a pass deflected. Aaron Jackson will pick it up under the net. 3:10 left to go in the first quarter. As Davies going to dial up a 3-point shot of her own. No good as it bangs off the glass. And we will go back the opposite direction.
And this is the time that East Paulding is going to have to take advantage of because Sequoyah is kind of having a slow stretch right now, not making most of their shots. And this is going to be the time where they're going to have to start scoring.
Uh-oh, I think that's 2 for Blatchford. As she picks up her second foul early in the first quarter. That could spell trouble for Sequoyah later on in the game as she hacked Destiny Lovejoy. The 5'5 senior, she will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
And her last game, the last game for the Chiefs, Blatchford against River Ridge, she just seemed off the entire night. Didn't have her average points brought in. Just did not have a great Blatchford kind of night that they needed in a River Ridge kind of game. And it seems like it's contending over now. 2 fouls quickly in the first quarter. Blatchford, something's not right for her right now.
Lovejoy good on the front end. Let's see if she can make the second. She cannot. Too long on the shot. It goes off the back of the rim. And Davies will distribute basketball to Rogers as they play a little pitch and catch. Rogers with a nice head fake. Gaddis in the game along with DeMauro for the first time. Rogers goes baseline, a nice move to try and finish, not there. And fouled going to the basket was Abdus-Salam, the freshman sensation who has had an incredible year for the Chiefs.
She has an honorable mention all region. As a freshman, just think about that. A very bright future from Melania Abdus-Salam.
First one is no good. Scoreboard. Okay. This is the one that's showing up on the screen. So as we work through a few technical bugs, 2:25 left to go in the first quarter. Your score is 11-2 in favor of the Chiefs. Trap along the baseline by Rogers, and Gaddis is successful as Salam picks up the ball for the Lady Chiefs. 2:10 to go in the first, 11-2. DeMauro head fakes the three-point shot and distributes the ball to Singh, who finds Abdus-Salam in the low post. Back to Gaddis, now over to DeMauro. DeMauro dials up a three-point shot of her own. Sophia DeMauro getting some early points in some early minutes. 14-2 your score in favor of Sequoyah.
Great shot opportunity there for DeMauro, and she takes advantage of all the opportunities she gets.
At the top of the key is Anderson. Anderson gets the ball back over to Barger. Barger at the top of the key, two defenders in her face, gives the ball back over to Anderson. Anderson has her pass tipped by Rogers, collects it, and Barger will dial up a three-point shot and nothing but net. A big three-pointer for Cora Barger, the 5'4" junior wing. Gaddis to Rogers. Rogers finds DeMauro. Rogers looking for a lane, but finds a wide open Amy Singh in the corner. No good. Gaddis there on the rebound for Sequoyah, gets the ball over to Rogers. She leaves it short as it clangs off the side of the rim. So a minute to go in the first quarter. Your score is 14-5 in favor of Sequoyah. Ball tipped out of bounds by Rogers.
And Callie Gaddis comes off the floor for Erin Jackson, the senior, who had a great game against River Ridge last game.
53 seconds to go in the first quarter. East Paulding ball drives baseline. No, yes, the shot rolls in. What an excellent shot there by Mann.
5-0 run for the Raiders right now.
14-7 your score.
That was beautiful defense by Hallie Burker.
Big steal by Erin Jackson. Pushes the ball out to DeMauro. Ball shot up by Rogers, no good. Jackson goes in for the rebound, it's not there. Ball will be taken by Barger again. 13 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
And a score here would really end the first quarter on a good note for East Paulding.
Inside look, there's the shot and the foul, and a toilet bowl's in! Going to the line to convert on the and one will be Hallie Verkirk on a fancy play that teased around the rim a lot of times.
Definitely. She averages 17 points per game, the leading scorer for the Raiders, and she has definitely propelled this team back to a 5-point ball game. Couldn't make it 4.
She converts on the and one, 3.7 seconds left for the Chiefs. Got to get a shot off, but that's not going to happen as Berger knocks the ball away. So that will conclude the first quarter. We've got 0.1 second left on the clock. Sequoyah will not be able to get a shot off in that time. So at the end of the first quarter, your score is the Sequoyah Chiefs on top of East Paulding by a score of 14-10. Max, it looked like Sequoyah was going to get ahead early as they jumped out to a big 10-0 lead, but East Paulding has been able to claw their way back into it.
They have, and as I was saying earlier, East Paulding is going to have to take advantage of Sequoyah's dry stretches. They're going to have to make sure that they play their tempo kind of ball game, and that's what they did those last 2 minutes. They went on a 7-0 run, and they got to a 4-point ball game at the end of the first quarter against a good Sequoyah basketball team. That's impressive alone, but are they going to be able to keep that up and continue setting their own tempo throughout the ball game? Sequoyah is great at making adjustments. I'm going to be interested to see what Yarborough does to change, but a good game.
Yeah, speaking of a good game, you know who else we need to give a good game shout out to? Our sponsors. Go ahead and take it away.
Of course, Chase, our Sequoyah Chiefs basketball sponsors, our gold level sponsors, Vito's Bar and Grill and Cherokee Focus, Our grade level sponsors, Barber Homes, Barber Lackey Financial Group, Honey Baked Ham, Insight Partners, Prestige Staffing, Stroud's Barbecue and Woodstock Furniture. In our white level sponsors, Peachtree Pest Control, Brad's Barbershop, Edwards Eye Care, Johnny's New York Style Pizza, Riverstone Homes, Studio 5 Salon, and Suntex Marinas at Little River.
Want to thank you all for joining us here on ChiefsTV.org. If you are just tuning in, you are in for a good one at the moment as the 2-seed Sequoyah Chiefs are taking on the 3-seed East Paulding Lady Raiders. 14-10 your score as we get underway here in the second quarter. Ball moved over to man. Pass inside intended for Verkirk, not there. Excuse me. So Sequoyah takes over on the ball out of bounds. 7:40 to go in the first half. 14-10 your score. Blatchford looks inside to Jackson. Barber with a long shot. It bounces around, but no good. Verkirk with the rebound for East Paulding.
An 8-0 run for the Raiders right now, and the shots continue to not fall for the Chiefs.
Barger on the wing, now back up top. Anderson gets the ball back. Over to Barger, inside look. Going baseline, driving hard to the basket. The ball is not in. Another attempt on the second chance, and what an effort there by One-May Atiba.
Her against Taffin Barber is going to be a matchup to watch. She got the best of Barber that time, but we know how physical Taffin Barber can be.
And don't look now, but it's a 2-point ball game after Sequoyah jumped out to a 9-point lead early in the first quarter. Singh trying to go baseline, ball poked out by Barger, who has been all over the court here in the first part of the game.
She has. It's been impressive to see how great these Raiders have adapted to be on defense this game.
Sequoyah still with the ball, inbound pass to Singh. Singh looks from about the free throw line, but no good. Sequoyah taking some low percentage shots here in the beginning of the game.
They are, and one thing I've also noticed is Blatchford hasn't taken any shots at all.
She hit that early three, but that's all we've seen from her, and she had a breakaway layup, so a few points, but not anything of real significance as a long three-point shot goes up, no good. As Anderson dialed up a three-point shot that was just long, and Sequoyah, 2 minutes into the second quarter, still hasn't scored. 14-12 your score. Sequoyah still nursing a 2-point lead. There's Blatchford inside the low post, and she rattles one home. And Sequoyah pushes it back out to a 4-point lead. 6:02 left to go in the first half.
There she goes, a great physical drive by Blatchford.
Barger with the ball. She'll be double teamed by Jackson and Rogers. Barger looks inside. Nice post move down low, but a little bit too much on the shot is Atiba.
And she's had some great moves early this game. They're looking for Atiba and Destiny Lovejoy down low, and they're usually getting the best of their opponents when they're down there.
Jackson now on the wing, moves to the top. Jackson is very close to 1,000 points on the year, but she's going to need a lot more here tonight if she's going to get close to that mark. And a bad pass by Singh goes off the foot of Michaela Mann. Kick ball will keep it in favor of the Chiefs as Rogers inbounds the ball to Blatchford. Blatchford in foul trouble. She picked up 2 fouls really fast in the first quarter. 7 points so far. That would be a huge loss for Sequoyah. Jackson dials up a 3-point shot, and it is wide right. Ball still on the floor. Rogers trying to get to it. Still on the floor. Barger goes down and does the dirty work. So a jump ball called. Possession arrow is in favor of the home team. Rogers inbounds the ball to Blatchford. 5 minutes left. And we get a foul call on Jada Anderson. Still 16-12 your score. As Sequoyah on top by 4 here with 5 minutes left, but the offense is leaving a little bit to be desired here for both teams.
Yeah, both teams definitely. 16-12, total of 28 points in the second quarter.
Blatchford will fix that as she drops a 3-point shot of her own. She's now up to 10 points on the night. 19-12 your score. Sequoyah in the lead. 4:40 to go in the first half.
Blatchford in double digits now up to 10.
10-second violation. Excellent defense as Jada Anderson couldn't get free from the half-court pressure of Sequoyah. And now a real opportunity for Sequoyah to jump out to a big lead.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe those couple made shots in a row by Blatchford must have sparked something because they have their defense alive once again. They're starting to get the hang of basketball once again.
Rogers at the top, now Davies at the wing. Pick set by Rogers, ball over to Blatchford. Good look to Jackson, head fakes, gives the ball back to Blatchford.
This defense for East Paulding is getting across court so quickly. Even cross-court passes by Sequoyah are not facing them at all.
Davies dials up a three-pointer, no good, and rebound taken by Anderson. So a good defensive stand there for East Paulding as they force Sequoyah to take a low percentage shot, and it pays off with a defensive rebound. Baseline look, not there. It goes off the side of the backboard. Ball picked up by Jackson. What a defensive play, but Blatchford able to come back up with it and puts it in on the second attempt. Little tip drill there for Blatchford.
Beautiful. Looked like a volleyball spike near the net.
Good inside pass to Verkerk. Ooh, a good inside pass, and no good on the shot is Atiba, and Sequoyah takes back over. 3:20 to go in the first half. High score on the floor is Blatchford with 12. Jackson dials up a three-point shot of her own, a little long. It goes off the iron. And East Paulding moves the ball back to the other side of the court. Anderson playing point, gets the ball over to Mann. Anderson, two defenders on her, picks up her dribble. Mann with a wide open look at a three-point shot. It rattles around and drops in. Had a little golf spin there on the shot to make it go in.
A big make for the Raiders right there. 6-point ball game now nearing halftime.
21-15 your score. 2:45 to go in the first half. Inside look to Abdus-Salam. Ball finds its way back out to Blatchford, who dials up a three-point shot, and Blatchford's heating up.
She's back. Her break has been terminated, and she is back to ball, and the Raiders are getting the best of her.
24-15 your score, 2:25 left to go in the first half. Mann at the top of the key. Lovejoy gets it back to Mann. Mann looks inside. It's not there. Sequoyah comes away with the ball. 2:09 left to go. Abdus-Salam inside and makes it look too easy. The freshman making it happen after a big couple of minutes by Ellie Blatchford. Abdus-Salam, the freshman, gets invited to the scoring party.
And headlined by the passing of the Chiefs. They're passing, even though on the possessions where East Paulding is covering it nonstop, they're still passing nonstop. They know that the Raiders are going to get tired at one point. So Susanna Rogers especially is continually passing, and it's working now. You find Abdus-Salam down to the goal cutting. They're continually passing. It's just tiring these Raiders down.
So a 30-second timeout, an 11-point lead for the Lady Chiefs, 26-15. It is survive and advance, do or die time. Winner goes on, loser goes back to the house and regroups for next season. You know, you want to be that winner here, but both teams are trying really hard. As Sequoyah not out of the woods yet. We saw an earlier lead evaporate almost instantly at the end of the first quarter, at the beginning of the second quarter. So this East Paulding team is not one to be left for dead.
Not at all.
Rogers saves the ball, jump ball up in the air, coming down with it is Sophia DeMauro. DeMauro hit a big three earlier in the game. Gaddis moves the ball over to Rogers, who finds DeMauro. Sequoyah moving the ball. One thing you'll notice as Jackson takes a look at a three-point shot, it's too long as Jackson's just not on this evening. A minute 33 to go in the first half. One thing you'll notice, we have no shot clock. GHSA has not adopted a shot clock yet for the playoffs. We saw it in region play, so we won't have a shot clock here this evening.
That's crucial because we've seen those possessions where East Paulding and Sequoyah have kind of forced them to take so much time passing the ball around the arc. That's not going to be, there's no shot clock to determine how long they can do that.
Atiba's shot no good, pulled down from the rim by Jackson. You have to think that favors Sequoyah because we saw a good defensive stand earlier for East Paulding. Sequoyah had the ball for a long time. Speaking of a long time, that's a long distance shot for DeMauro that clangs off the side of the iron. as Barger picks up the ball for East Paulding. A minute to go now before we get to the break. 26-15 your score in favor of the home team here in GHSA playoff basketball in the first round.
To finish within 10 for East Paulding would be primary target number 1 if they want to stick in this ball game.
Lovejoy misses the three-point shot. Rogers slows the ball down for Sequoyah. Once again, no shot clock, so 35 seconds left in the first half. Sequoyah leading by 11, 26-15 your score. Jackson, who has not been on all night, moves the ball over to Rogers. Rogers looks at a long two and knocks it down with 18 seconds left to go. 28-15, 15 seconds now. Here comes Anderson. Anderson driving the length of the court, has to get the ball to Lovejoy. Now inside and an inside move, and the ball goes in. Atiba with a power move to the basket. 28-17, 5 seconds left. Having to do something with it. Rogers fires up a three-point shot, and it goes off the back of the iron, and that will conclude the first half of play here at the War Lodge. Sequoyah up 28-17, and we will take a quick break right after this. We'll be back for the second half of action here from the War Lodge, a 10-minute break. Your score is 28-17 in favor of the Chiefs. Max, what a good first half.
A great first half. That physicality play by Atiba is a great example of how East Paulding has played offensively. Physicality, driving to the goal. And Sequoyah, we saw Rogers, their shooting has been on and their passing has been electric this first half.
So fans, we want to thank you once again for joining us on Chiefs TV. We will be right back after a quick break here from the War Lodge, where your score, Sequoyah 28, East Paulding 17. And welcome back to the War Lodge here at Sequoyah High School for some girls some girls 6A basketball. It's tough not saying the region stuff. We've been saying it for 30 games this year. And now it is just 6A hoops as we are here in the first round of the playoffs. Sequoyah, the home team, on top of the visiting East Paulding Raiders 28-17. An 11-point lead seems like a lot, but we saw a similar lead slip away earlier in the game.
We did, and it was really highlighted by how East Paulding took advantage of the dry spells that Sequoyah continually had during that first half. But it's going to be interesting to see how Sequoyah adapts to how aggressive this and amazing, well-moving this East Paulding defense is playing, and see if they have different tactics. Coach Yarborough maybe dial something up. It's going to be interesting second half. Yeah,
Sequoyah going to need a lot more offensively, as the high scorer is Ellie Blatchford. She has more than half of the team's current point total. Going to need to see some bigger halves from Erin Jackson. Susanna Rogers, we need another piece offensively for the Chiefs to get back into this one.
I would say Jackson, because Rogers is bringing in her usual amount. Jackson is just not on tonight.
Yeah, she's taken, it's not for a lack of trying. She's taken quite a few looks at three-point shots, but just can't find her range. And East Paulding turns the ball over early in the first half. Not what you wanted to see to start the half if you are East Paulding. 28-17, still your score. Ball back up top for Rogers. Singh looks baseline. Has her pass swatted away. Rogers fires a three-point shot, no good. And Verkerk pulls down the rebound for East Paulding. Man with the ball, moves it over to Lovejoy. Man pass back up top for Anderson. Gives it right back. Not a lot of movement on the offensive side of things right now for East Paulding. Inside look, and no good is Attaby.
She is just moving Tapson Barber and Singh down low, however she wants to.
Sequoyah will have to get more physical down low as Attaby pulls that ball off the boards with authority. So Atiba having a very good game down low for East Paulding. Three-point shot dialed up, no good. And a second chance by Atiba, but she will be fouled. So Atiba goes to the free throw line. We saw her hit 1 of 2 earlier in the ball game.
Yeah, I think 5 points for her right now is really underwhelmed and does not explain how physical she has played this whole game. She has some missed shots, so could explain why she's only at 5 points, but her physicality down low against Barbara, Salam, and Singh cannot be explained in words.
Yeah, we see Barber checking out now as Abda Salam will come back into the game. The freshman a little taller.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Some more height for Abdul Salam can maybe challenge Atiba more.
Atiba sank the first of 2 shots. Let's see if she hits the second, and no good. Rebound by Abda Salam. So gets 1 for 2, still shooting 50% from the free throw line tonight. 2 for 4, a 10-point lead. Sequoyah on top of East Paulding, 28-18. Dangerous cross-court pass there.
We've seen that all game from the Chiefs.
East Paulding playing a zone, as this 3-2 zone is not allowing Sequoyah to get any clean looks at the basket.
Not at all. It's extremely impressive how locked down this defense for East Paulding has been.
Rogers tries to drive the lane. It's not there. And a travel by Abda Salam as she tried to pick the ball up on the baseline. So the defense still smothering for this East Paulding team.
And one thing you mentioned, Chase, earlier, the shot clock is not being used in the tournament, region tournament, and state playoffs. So possessions like that for Sequoyah, if they got in the rebound, they could have as much time as they want to try to figure out how to beat this East Paulding defense. So it really does help Sequoyah.
Barger with the ball now moves it back to the top for Lovejoy, who moves the ball over to Man. Inside look for Verkerk, not there, as Abda Salam snatches it off the backboard. Singh to Jackson, now over to Rogers. Blatchford back up top. Got 2 early fouls, has stayed out of foul trouble for the most part in the second quarter and the beginning of the second half. 5:15 to go in the third, 28-18 your score. Jackson makes a decision and moves the ball to Rogers, who gives it to Singh at the top of the key. Singh inside look, moves the ball to Abdusalam. Some quick passing, finds Rogers, and Rogers buries a three-point shot.
And she's at 8 now. Her average for a game midway through the third.
31-18 your score, 4:45 to go in the third. Inside look once again to Wonmi Atiba, as she is having a big game down low for East Paulding.
Big game. Physical, aggressive, up to 8 points.
We're back to an 11-point deficit for East Paulding, 31-20 your score, 4:25 left to go in the third. Abdusalam.
And what a matchup that is with Atiba and Salam. The height of Salam gets her some baskets, and the physicality of Atiba gets her some points.
33-20 the score. Wide open look at a three-point shot, no good. As Lovejoy dialed up a three-pointer, the ball will go back to Sequoyah. Davies checks into the ball game.
And Amy Singh goes to the bench.
So you're 5 on the floor at the moment. Blatchford, Abdusalam, Jackson, Davies, and Rogers. Good inside look to Abdusalam, just can't handle the pass. And a turnover with 3:52 left to go in the third.
She'll get the hang of that over her 4 years here at Sequoyah. Just kind of looked for the shot before she got control of the ball.
But it looks like that's going to become a part of Sequoyah's offense here in the second half, is hammering Abdusalam down low. East Paulding's pass flies out of bounds, and Sequoyah will get another crack at it. Rogers to Jackson. Slow night for Jackson. She's only got 2 points.
And as you said, she's trying to get to 1,000 points. So this is not helping her at all.
Blatchford dials a three-point shot. It rattles around and is no good as well. Verkirk comes down with the rebound for East Paulding. She'll leave the ball back for Michaela Mann. And the inside pass rattles around off some Sequoyah defenders, and Davies picks the pocket of East Paulding. Now Jackson with a clean look at a three-point shot. No good again, as she cannot buy a bucket.
That's usually her spot, too.
3:03 left to go in the third quarter. Still 33-20. Once again, an inside look for Kirk. Oh, a foul called on Abdusalam.
I thought she might have gotten all ball, but obviously the ref saw something different, and that's going to send Destiny Lovejoy, pardon me, Hallie Verkirk to the line.
So Verkirk will shoot 2 for East Paulding. First one rattles out. Still a 13-point deficit with 2:54 left to go in the ball game. I want to thank everyone for joining us here on Chiefs TV. Just a reminder that coming up after this ball game, you will see the boys' first round action as Sequoyah takes on Paulding County in a highly anticipated matchup. Verkirk hits the second, and it is a 12-point lead for the Lady Chiefs. 2:50 to go in the third quarter as Sequoyah moves the ball towards the opposite end of the floor. They're going to the right side of your screen if you're watching at home. Gorley in for the first time as Rogers fires a three-point shot, and the rim is being unforgiving for Sequoyah tonight. And a big collision under the net as Gorley goes down.
That wasn't a collision, that was a shove.
And a jump ball under the net.
And I don't think that referee is going to receive the Christmas card from Coach Yarbrough.
Coach Yarbrough and the official talking it over, but Gorley went to the ground hard.
That was a great play by Gorley nonetheless. A great job by shocking Atiba and ripping the ball right out of her hands.
So possession arrow changes back. Abdusalam inside, and a foul going to the basket as Verkirk, the offender for East Paulding. So Sequoyah may be on to something here with Abdusalam down low. As it appears Coach Yarbrough and the Chiefs are certainly trying to feed her. She misses the first free throw. They are making it clear they're trying to get the ball down low to the young freshman. Abdusalam makes the second, so we're back to a 13-point ball game. Abdusalam comes to the bench as Callie Gaddis will check in. 34-21 your score, 2:20 to go in the third quarter. Good crowd tonight here as Gorley goes to the basket, lays it up, no good, but Blatchford's there on the putback. And Sequoyah starting to step away from East Paulding, 36-21.
Blatchford's first points the second half, now she's up to 17.
Trap down low, and Sophia DeMauro goes to the floor hard.
She put everything out there.
She will get called for a foul. A little too aggressive on defense.
You know, you love to see it, though. Putting everything on the line, jumping as high as she can, trying to get that ball. She's a senior, trying to give everything she has to the Sequoyah basketball team.
Kayla Mann with the ball at the wing. Good look inside for Verkerk. Nice move as she kisses the ball off the glass, and we're back to a 13-point deficit for East Paulding with a minute 40 to go in the third. 36-23 your score. Gorley dials one up from deep. No good off the backboard. Ball still free, picked up by Berger. And Atiba able to find Manley. Manley trapped at half court by Blatchford and Gaddis. And a double dribble by Anderson. A costly turnover for East Paulding. So 17 points for Ellie Blatchford. And she is showing why she is one of the top players in girls basketball here in the state of Georgia. As early as last year, she was already garnering some interest from some big schools. Blatchford moves inside now, pushes it out to Jackson. Can she break the spell? No, it's still short off of the rim. Under a minute to go in the third quarter. Still 13-point lead for Sequoyah, 36-23.
Just not clicking for Jackson tonight. You hate to see it. A playoff game, a big crowd in the War Lodge. Just not a great game for the senior.
Berger dials up a three-point shot. It is not there. Rogers moves the ball ahead to Jackson. Jackson to the rim and just loses her balance. Shot goes off the side of the backboard. 36-23, still the score. Picked off by Blatchford as Blatchford pulls a nice post move and banks it off the backboard. 38-23 with 23 seconds to go in the third.
Right as she got that ball, she knew what she was doing. A spectacular move by Blatchford.
Barger with the ball. Scramble to get it. Nice move by Barger to recover. Mann goes to the hoop. No good. She will be fouled, however. So Michaela Mann, the 5'9 junior, heads to the charity stripe for two with 7.4 seconds left, with East Paulding trailing Sequoyah 38-23. I want to thank everyone for tuning in on ChiefsTV.org. A big crowd on hand here tonight at the War Lodge, but East Paulding with a big mountain to climb to get back into the ball game. Mann sinks the first free throw, but it's still a 14-point deficit for East Paulding.
And one quarter is all they're going to have left. 7 seconds for the Raiders. That's going to be a short period for them to try to come back. We saw it earlier, but great rebound by Atiba.
Atiba with a fantastic offensive rebound off the missed free throw. And the ball sails out of bounds as time expires on the third quarter. Your score, Sequoyah 38, East Paulding 26. So a 12-point deficit. It is doable for East Paulding. They've done a good job on defense containing most of the Chiefs, except for Ellie Blatchford. If they can shut her down, there's a real possibility they can come back into this game.
Real possibility, definitely. And that was a good ending for them to get some points there. 4 points for the Raiders. And a 12-point ball game. It was a 9-point ball game earlier, you said, when they kind of came back. But they're going to have to stop Blatchford. Like you're saying, they're going to have to stop Blatchford. They don't have to worry about Jackson right now because Jackson, sadly, is not having a good night. They're going to have to stop the passing to Abdusalam, and Atiba's going to have to always win those matchups. Everything's going to have to go right for them to stay alive in the postseason. But they have a chance. We saw them in that first half do it.
Yeah, speaking of having a chance, you know who we have a chance to thank right now? Our sponsors. Go ahead and take it away, Max.
Our Sequoyah Chiefs basketball sponsors, our gold level sponsors, Beatos Bar and Grill and Cherokee Focus. Our gray level sponsors, Barber Homes, Barber Lackey Financial Group, Honey Baked Ham, Inside Partners, Prestige Staffing, Stroud's Barbecue and Woodstock Furniture, And our white level sponsors, Peachtree Pest Control, Brad's Barbershop, Edwards Eye Care, Johnny's New York Style Pizza, Riverstone Homes, Studio 5 Salon, and Suntex Marinas at Little River.
And here we go, 38-26 your score. East Paulding trails the Chiefs by 12. In boxing, they used to call this the money round. It is the fourth and final quarter.
This is what you think about fourth quarter action in the playoffs.
It is do or die, win or go home. And man, starts the fourth quarter off on the wrong foot, on the wrong 2 feet to be exact, because she moved both of them. And in basketball, that is a travel. 38-26 still your score. And an early travel will give the ball right back to the Lady Chiefs. Blatchford at the top of the key now to Rogers. Inside to Singh, who pushes the ball back to Jackson. Blatchford for three, wide open, no good. Kirk with the rebound for East Paulding. And Atiba all by herself as she lays the ball off the backboard and in, and she's up to 12 points.
Great night by Atiba. We've seen her all game. Physical, aggressive, and now all alone down court, making her shots. You can't leave her open.
As Atiba doing the Lord's work down low in the post.
And now we have a 10-point ball game.
Ball up top for Blatchford, who drives the lane and is fouled. So Ellie Blatchford will go to the stripe for two with the chance to join the 20-point club here tonight. 38-28 your score. Don't look now, but it is only a 10-point lead. Blatchford with a chance to push it back to 12 if she can sink both free throws. 1 minute gone in the fourth. As Blatchford is successful on the front end.
Last time he said don't look now, Chase, was in that first quarter when it was a 2-point ball game, and ever since then it's been all Sequoyah. So see if that continues.
No good on the second for Kirk with a big rebound for East Paulding. Ball poked away by Rogers as the ball sails into the Sequoyah bench. Man on the sideline throws the ball, but it's caught by Barber. The only problem with that is Barber is not on her team. Sequoyah takes back over with an 11-point lead, 6:40 to go in the fourth. Barber pushes the ball back out to Blatchford. Blatchford dials up a dagger three-point shot. 42-28 your score with 6:25 left to go in the ball game. Barger is trapped by Singh and Rogers, and a foul called on Singh. As that is, I believe that's Amy's first foul of the night. This game has been the Ellie Blatchford show. Blatchford scored 23. The rest of the team has scored 19. Shot no good as it goes off the rim. And the aforementioned Blatchford pulls it off the glass. And a timeout on the floor. As Coach Gambrell wants to talk about it, he will take a full timeout, and we will take a full timeout to thank some of our wonderful sponsors here for Sequoyah Chiefs Athletics.
Of course, Chase. Our Sequoyah Chiefs basketball sponsors, our gold level sponsors, Beato's Bar and Grill and Cherokee Focus. Our gray level sponsors, Barber Homes, Barber Lackey Financial Group, Honey Baked Ham, Inside Partners, Prestige Staffing, Stroud's Barbecue and Woodstock Furniture. And our white level sponsors, Peachtree Pest Control, Brad's Barbershop, Edwards Eye Care, Johnny's New York Style Pizza, Riverstone Homes, Studio 5 Salon, and Suntex Marinas at Little River. Thank all of y'all for supporting the Sequoyah Chiefs basketball programs.
So the other Sequoyah Chief in double digits, and the only one at that matter, is Susanna Rogers, the other senior. She currently has 10 points. Looking over the other side of the board, it's a big 12 points for Onme Atiba, as she has had an incredible game in the low post for these Lady Raiders.
Yeah, big game. We've seen her all game, physical, aggressive, go to the goal. It's been very entertaining to watch her play tonight against Abdus Salam, Singh, Barber. Just entertaining to watch.
6 minutes left to go. 44-28 your score. Sequoyah putting on three-quarter court pressure. Manley has the ball. She's being shadowed by Rogers. Blatchford and Rogers flanking the ball. East Paulding does a fantastic job of breaking the press. Cross-court pass for Atiba. Now inside for Verkerk. Verkerk goes to the rim hard, and she draws the foul. So Hallie Verkerk, the senior, goes back to the free throw line. I think there's a typo on our roster. They have Verkerk listed at 4'9". There's no way that's true.
I was saying the same exact thing. I had that pregame listed, and I was like 4'9". She does not look 4'9".
Well, especially when you look to the left of her height, and it says that she's a power forward. So second attempt, no good as well. 2 misses on 2 attempts for Verkerk, and not a good free throw shooting night for East Paulding. Ball poked out of bounds by Destiny Lovejoy, the senior wing player. Inbound pass to Blatchford. Sequoyah starting to take their time on offense.
With no shot clock, they can take as much time as they want.
Pass to Susanna Rogers, looks inside for Abdus Salam. Puts the ball down and drives to the basket. The freshman phenom putting on a low post clinic as she has 8 points and gives Sequoyah a 46-28 lead with 5 minutes left to go in the game.
And there goes that press once again.
Ball poked around. Jackson has it for the Chiefs. She pushes the ball to Rogers. Rogers looks to the other side of the court for Ellie Blatchford. No good as the ball was a little left. That would have been a huge three-point shot for the Lady Chiefs if it had gone in. It hadn't, so Verkerk will take over for East Paulding, picks up her dribble, and finds Anderson on the other side of the court. Manley looking to her left, step back. Pushes the ball over to Lovejoy. Lovejoy drives the lane and is fouled. Did they say it was a floor foul, or was she in her shooting motion? Official goes under the basket, so it was a floor foul. Inside move for Atiba, who fires up another shot from inside the paint.
And she was guarded heavily. 2 Chiefs right next to her, hands in her face. It doesn't matter to one-man Atiba.
We're going to have to start calling her Sherman Williams because she is all about the paint coverage down low. Erin Jackson dials up a three-point shot. No good again as Jackson just cannot find her range from beyond the arc. A 2-point effort so far in this ballgame. 3:55 left to go in the fourth. 16-point lead for Sequoyah as Jackson pokes the ball out of bounds again.
And Milani Abdus-Salam and Amy Singh head to the bench for Callie Gaddis and Sailor Davies. A great night for Abdus-Salam.
Just a reminder, fans, at the conclusion of this ball game, we will take a short break and bring you the boys' action, but Blatchford gets the steal. Rogers moves it ahead to Blatchford, and Blatchford is on the board for a quarter century. 25 points of Sequoyah's 48 points, and it is an 18-point ball game. And another turnover as the wheels are starting to fall off for East Paulding.
And the Chiefs are just dominating them completely in the second half. Unmatched right now.
Cross-court pass to Davies. Davies now to Rogers. Inside to Jackson. Jackson goes to the hoop and is fouled.
And finally an opportunity, a clean opportunity for some points for Jackson at the line. Some deep breaths. See if she can get on the board in the second half.
Berger, the offender for East Paulding. So Jackson continuing that quest for 1,000. Still a long way to go, but that will help a little bit as she sinks the first shot. Brings her to 3 points on the evening. Second shot no good as it goes off the rim. 3:15 left to go, 49-30 your score. Sequoyah will try and hold on to advance to the Sweet 16. Jackson with the steal. She's got Berger to beat to the hoop and fouled. So Jackson goes back to the free throw line again.
Constant double team for the Chiefs right now. They're not taking their foot off the metal right now, and it's just crazy to watch how aggressive they're being. Up by 19, but it's playoff basketball. What can you say? They're giving everything they have.
Jackson misses the first, and the shooting woes continue tonight for Erin Jackson. As she sinks the second, that brings her up to 4 points. 3 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. 50-30 your score in favor of the home team. Ball free at half court. Still free on the ground.
Everyone's going on the floor for the ball.
And Verkerk comes out of that tussle with a foul. So Sequoyah basketball, 2:52 left to go in the ball game. Ball goes inside to Jackson, who dials one up from the free throw line, and the bank is open. We just saw Coach Yarborough say, get the ball to Aaron. Inside look for Blatchford, and Sequoyah is pouring it on. Coach Yarborough takes a timeout with 2:30 left to go in the ball game, but they are up 54-30 as Blatchford has 27 points for the Chiefs.
And that is a complete turnaround from last game against River Ridge. She kind of collapsed because she had Matea Gale on her the whole game. That's an extremely difficult matchup. She's a fantastic player. Pretty sure a region player of the year, if I'm not mistaken, for the girls. So a big turnaround for her here tonight. 27 points, a fantastic array of shooting, passing, dribbling, amazing physicality. It's a great rebound game for Blatchford. It
was an all-around effort, too. She did it from beyond the arc. She did it inside the paint. She did it off fast break steals. A big night for the junior. Hard to believe we still get one more year of Ellie Blatchford here at Sequoyah High School. Sequoyah with that three-quarter court press once again. Has 4 defenders on this side of the court. As Barber back in relief for the Chiefs, and a foul will be called on Sophia DeMauro. 2:22 left to go in the ball game. 54-30 your score as Sequoyah is all over East Paulding, as Blatchford getting some much-deserved R&R on the bench, as she has played her heart out here at the Warlodge tonight. 2:18 left to go in the ball game. Inside look to Verkerk. Verkerk pushes the ball out to Berger. Padilla with the ball at the wing. Now inside for Verkerk. She will be worked on by Barber. Barber comes down with the rebound. And Barber moves the ball over to Bella Eden, who gets it right over to Susanna Rogers. Eden back over to Rogers, who finds Jackson. Jackson to Rogers, 1:45 left to go. Ball out for Eden in the corner. Eden dials one up, it's not there. Jackson tries to come down with the rebound. She will go down to the floor, 1:38 left to go in the ball game. It is East Paulding basketball. Pull-up jumper is good by Jada Anderson. A good stop and shoot there by the junior. Tomorrow in the corner, now to Rogers. Rogers inside to Barber, now to Bella Eden, who fires up a long two-point shot and knocks it down.
And Bella Eden gets on the board, the senior, getting some points from a packed-out Warlodge. That was just a quick sub timeout, I'm pretty sure, by Yarborough to get Blatchford out and put Singh in. So a court full of seniors right now.
So the seniors are on the floor. Everybody coming in for the big win. 1:10 left to go. 56-32, and Jackson picks up a foul right at half court.
And now Yarborough sending in a bunch of sophomores. Sophomore lower class players.
Underclassmen.
Now. Underclassmen, you're right, not lower class, my bad.
As the seniors come off the floor, 1:05 left in the ball game, 56-32. Sequoyah will go on to play the winner of the Heritage Conyers Houston County game. Berger hits a big shot from the corner. And it is a 21-point game, but with 50 seconds left to go in the contest, should be a moot point. Bella Eden for 3. No good on the shot, as Tristan Barber now playing down low, younger sister of Tafton Barber, a senior. 35 seconds left. Berger with a good look at a three-point shot, not there, as the ball is short. And once again, Atiba down low, but she can't convert that time. Verkerk again moves the ball over. And after a scramble, East Paulding comes up with the basketball. Barger in the corner, tries to find Atiba. Ball kicked out, and Eden with a steal. 10 seconds left to go in the ball game, and the ball is pushed ahead, and no foul called under the basket as Bellinger was trying to get the shot off. Bellinger fires up a three-point shot, rattles around, and is no good, and that will do it here from the War Lodge as the Sequoyah Chiefs. How sweet it is as they will be going to the Georgia State Sweet 16.
How sweet it is right. Feels great, and the Chiefs are still dancing, Chase.
So the dream is still alive for Sequoyah as we can pencil them in the bracket as they take down an East Paulding team who did have a fantastic run this year. You know, I talked to Kyle Sandy, and he said Coach Gambrill had done a phenomenal job with these girls. You know, their first time back to the playoffs, they played their hearts out, especially down low. One of my favorite players has to be Wanmi Atiba. What a fantastic game down in the low post for that young lady.
Fantastic game, of course. Aggressive game, one of the games that you just want to turn on the TV to watch. Her physicality just lights up the screen. Amazing game by the Raiders.
So once again, your final here from Sequoyah High School. Sequoyah survives and advances by a final score of 56-35. Fans, if you will stick with us, we have a 15-minute intermission, and we will join you on the other side of that intermission for the boys game as the Sequoyah Chiefs will take on the Paulding County Patriots. I am Chase Schaefer. Joining me in the booth is Max Swain. Thank you all for joining us, and have a good evening here from Chiefs TV. And your final once again from the War Lodge, Sequoyah 56, East Paulding 35. The War Lodge here at Sequoyah High School as we get ready to get underway in the first round of the 6A Boys State Playoffs here in Georgia. Thank you for joining us on Chiefs TV. I am Chase Schaefer. Joining me in the booth is Max Swain. Max, we saw the girls victorious as they're going to keep dancing as they move on to the Sweet 16. Let's see what the boys can do here this evening as well.
And they're coming off a region championship, first one in a while. It feels good to be a Chief right now, but it is not going to get easier. This Paulding County team, 17-10, this is not a team that can just sit down and watch the win come to them. They're going to have to play the hearts out because this team has scorers all around. This team is a threat to an upset threat right now, and they're not going to give it to the Chiefs easy.
No, they are not. And Sequoyah, the Region 7-6A champions, as they were able to knock off their arch nemesis River Ridge in the region championship game and get the 1 seed. Sequoyah finally getting that monkey off their back, and they are awarded as a 1 seed here in Georgia 6A playoff basketball. But to do that, they are going to have to try and advance through the Paulding County Patriots, who come in sporting a 17-10 record as they went 10-4 in their region, but they are still the 4 seed.
And they are a high-scoring team. They have big scores all around. Elijah Fisher, 16 points per game. Shar Devon, 15 points per game. Jones, 14 points per game. And Williams, 13 points per game. A high-scoring, all-around team. The Chiefs are going to have to put a stop to that high-scoring affair.
So the starting lineups will look like this for Paulding County: Elijah Fisher, Javon Williams, Khalil Jones, Francier Shar Devon, and Trez Philpott. They will be your starting 5. Sequoyah will go with its usual suspects of Matthew Trainer, Dylan Wally, Kyle Keener, Preston Parker, and Fisher Mitchell. Speaking of Kyle Keener, he was the pseudo-hero for Sequoyah in that River Ridge game as he scored 27 points.
6 threes on that occasion, too. A great game for Kyle Keener.
As we get ready to get back underway, jump ball right off the face-off as we are having check 1-2, check 1-2. So here we are from the War Lodge. Sequoyah wins the tip-off. Keener has the ball, gives it over to Wally, who fires up a three-point shot and knocks it down. So Sequoyah starts the scoring party. 7:36 left to go in the fourth quarter. In the first quarter, goodness gracious, we're still on the girls' game, but coming down to the other end is a big two-point shot, and it is a 3-2 ball game. 7:22 left to go in the first quarter. Keener mishandles the pass, picks it back up, gives it over to Parker. Parker looks inside, finds Fisher Mitchell. Wally with that step back, two-point shot, and Dylan Wally comes out of the locker room with his hair on fire.
Electric is Wally with that patented three-point shot.
Speaking of three-point shot, dialing up a 3 of his own is Javon Williams. It is not there, and Sequoyah takes back over. We are a minute in, 5-2 your score in favor of Sequoyah here at the War Lodge. Keener to the basket, not there, but Matthew Trainer with the rebound. No good on the putback attempt. Keener with another offensive rebound, so Sequoyah cleaning the glass early as well. Fisher Mitchell knocks down a three-point shot, and Sequoyah firing on all cylinders out of the gate.
And this crowd is into this game early. That is clearly going to be onto the side of the Chiefs throughout this whole ball game.
The student section has come out in full force, and a jump ball called as Dylan Wally snatched the ball right out of the hands of Khalil Jones. I had a chance to talk earlier today with former Sequoyah alum Kyle Sandy, and he said one thing Sequoyah will have to watch out for is Paulding County can turn this into a track meet if they want to, because they have the athletes to do it.
Yeah, they have the speed and the athletes all throughout their roster.
But a miscue will give the ball right back to Sequoyah as the Paulding County Patriots unable to corral the pass. 6:15 to go in the first quarter. 8-2 your score in favor of the Chiefs. We saw the girls get out to a big run to start the game as well, but East Paulding came back and made it a ball game. Preston Parker with a fadeaway two-point shot from 15 feet away. 10-2 your score in favor of the Chiefs.
Just a couple minutes in, and the Chiefs are on fire. You said it. Dylan Wally came out of the locker room with his hair on fire. Parker, they're all coming out shooting.
Shardavon to the basket. He draws the foul, and Matthew Trainer picks up the first foul of the evening. As going to the free throw line will be Francois Shardavon, as his team trails Sequoyah 10-2 with 5:47 left to go in the opening round of Georgia High School playoff basketball in the 6A classification. First shot by Shardavon is good. As the second falls as well, a 6-point ball game, 10-4 your score. Here comes pressure from Paulding County. Parker to Mitchell. Mitchell with a three-point shot and knocks it down. Fisher Mitchell 2 for 2 from beyond the arc.
6 points now for the Big Fish.
9-point lead for the Chiefs, 13-4. Driving the lane, rattling off the rim, no good. And a jump ball under the hoop as Javon Williams snuck back in and wrapped up the basketball possession arrow in favor of the Chiefs.
And you're going to see that all game from Paulding County. They're not going to give up on that play until they have to. They're a physical team with a roster full of athletes. You said it earlier, Chase. It's going to be fun to watch. Right now, it's all Chiefs.
Mitchell is fouled as he was looking for a lane to the basket. So 5:10 to go in the first quarter, 13-4 your score, as Sequoyah on top of Paulding County by 9. Inbound pass to Trainer, nice spin move down low. Can he convert? No, he can't. Ball squirts free, heartbreaking miss for Trainer. Shardavon brings the troops up the floor, thinks about a three-point shot. It's not there. He'll pass it along for another three-point shot that rattles off the rim. Wally gets the rebound for Sequoyah. Keener moves the ball to Wally. Parker from the corner for three. That corner is on fire. 16-4 Sequoyah. 4:42 left to go in the first quarter. What an opening round for this Chiefs team. Shardavon dials up a three-point shot of his own and finds the bottom of the net. It's starting to look like a three-point contest here at the War Lodge.
And everyone is hitting right now.
Keener with a fadeaway two-point shot. Oh my goodness.
This is like a quick compilation of SportsCenter top 10 plays right here.
What a sequence here in the opening quarter of play, and we're not even halfway through. Three-point shot, no good. Inside look, and the offensive rebound taken by Shardavon. He lays it up and in.
There we go, Fisher. He can dribble.
As Fisher Mitchell gets the ball to Kyle Keener. Keener steps back and lays it up, but he is fouled going to the basket. And wow, now that we get a chance to breathe, Max, what a first quarter here.
What a first quarter, you're right.
18-9 your score, 3:54 to go in the first quarter. And Max, I feel like I've called an entire half already.
27 points right now total. And we had that amount for the girls midway through the second. Shows how different those two games are.
Keener sinks the first as he was fouled going to the basket. And the second is good for Kyle Keener. So 20-9 your score, 3:54 left to go in the first quarter here from the War Lodge. I want to thank everyone for joining us on Chiefs TV. Shardavon moves the ball down into the corner, gets it right back, pulls up a three-point shot of his own, goes off the front of the rim, not there, and a foul down low. As running over Kyle Keener was the big man for Paulding County, Trez Philpott, the 6'7" junior, living up to that power forward position as he powered right through all of the Sequoyah Chiefs trying to get that rebound. as he is the offender on the foul. That's 3 fouls already for Paulding County, and a scramble to get the ball on the floor. Paulding County comes up with the basketball. Moving inside and going to the basket, no good on the shot was Javon Williams. Williams looking for that foul. Keener has to move the ball. He gets it to Harris. Harris, his first minutes on the floor here tonight. Wally with a nice head fake shot, no good as it's a little short off the rim. And now that track meet we talked about earlier is coming into full effect. And going to the basket, no good, but a late whistle comes in. A very late whistle will send Khalil Jones to the free throw line for Paulding County.
That was very late.
And the student section has woken up here after the late whistle. Jones buries the first shot, and it is a 10-point game. Max, we talked about it earlier. This Paulding County team can start picking up the intensity at any moment, and the last few minutes have been an absolute track meet as the second free throw is good by Jones, and it's now a single-digit lead for Sequoyah.
And that has to be their secret weapon. They're going to have to pull that out at some points and kind of shock the Chiefs, because that's what's kind of stopped the Chiefs from scoring on this run.
And what a drive to the basket for Kyle Keener. Can't believe he didn't get the and one, but he makes the basket, so 22-11 your score. 2:40 left to go in the first quarter. All by himself from beyond the arc, and burying the shot is Timmy. I asked his coach for a name pronunciation. He said, just call him Timmy. Well, Timmy is dialing it up from downtown, and Fisher Mitchell lays the ball up and in for Sequoyah, and it's 24-14. Keener gets a hand on the basketball. It pokes out of bounds, and Paulding County retains possession. What an exciting game from the War Lodge.
What a fast-paced first quarter.
We're still not even out of the water yet. 2:21 left to go in the first quarter, and both of these teams giving each other their best shot, and mishandling the pass for Paulding County is Jalen Gandy. Sequoyah will take back over. 2:16 left to go with a 24-14 lead. Keener takes the inbound pass. He is shadowed by Javon Williams, who is playing tight defense.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Javon Williams is all up in his business right now.
Parker to the basket, and an and one. Oh boy. Timmy was down there and looked like he had his feet set, but Parker goes to the basket for a chance to convert on a three-point play.
There's been some questionable calls on both sides of the ball.
Think we might have got away with one there, but Preston Parker converts on the and one. 27-14 your score. 2:03 left to go in the first quarter.
But yeah, that's how the refs are calling it. They're going to have to adapt to how they're playing.
2-minute warning in the first quarter, and then we finally get a break as driving to the rim is Williams. No good. Heartbreaking roll. Rebound for Trainer as he leaves the ball back for Preston Parker as he pushes the ball ahead to Kyle Keener. Nice crossover. Goes low and drives to the lane, and it toilet bowls in. And the and one for Kyle Keener as Sequoyah is playing on an entirely different planet tonight.
We thought he had a game full of fireworks last game. We kind of thought it was going to be over, but he is carrying that fireworks show into this game. He says it is not over yet.
And converting on the three-point play is Kyle Keener, and he will get a much-deserved break as he heads to the bench as Sequoyah has a 16-point lead in the first quarter.
Just like that. Great first quarter for the Chiefs.
A minute 43 left to go in the first quarter. 30-14 your score. Chardavon moves the ball to Williams, who gives the ball right back to Chardavon. Timmy at the top of the key, driving the lane. It's not there, no call. As the official says the ball went off a Chief. Sequoyah already in the bonus. So with that last foul, Sequoyah in the bonus, we have another minute 26 left to go in the first period. Sequoyah up 30-14. Parker pokes the ball away, and it's a track meet back to the basket, and Parker lays it up and in. Sequoyah pouring it on in the first quarter. Inside look is there, no good on the layup attempt. Mitchell getting mugged down low, recovers and picks up the basketball. Some tight defense being played by the Paulding County Patriots. Here comes Keener, pull-up jumper, no good for three. Trainer down low is getting absolutely mugged. And Matthew Trainer will go to the line for 1 and 1 as Jalen Gandy and Matthew Trainer were all tangled up with each other.
They were like giving each other a hug or something because they were all over each other. Gandy had his arm around Trainer. Trainer was trying to get a better position on Gandy.
So a 1 and 1 for the junior. One of the things that Dean Keener was joining us in the booth during the Riverwood game, he said, or during the region tournament, he said that Matthew Trainer does not get suburban rebounds. He gets city rebounds. He gets down there in traffic and cleans the glass. So Trainer makes the front end of the 1 and 1, 33-14 your score. Make that 34, and Sequoyah is up by 20 with a minute to go in the first quarter.
And the bench for Paulding County gets a warning. I think it might have been head coach Hammett.
So a bench warning for Paulding County, as this is the quarter to forget for the Paulding County Patriots. Still a lot of basketball left to play, but they will have to dial something up serious during the break as another miss. Offensive rebound, ball finds its way out to Williams. Williams looks for a lane, he lays the ball up and in. And hopefully this can spark this Paulding County offense to get them back into the ball game. 36 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Keener turns around and leaves the ball back for Connor Harris. Nothing but net on the three-point shot.
And the Chiefs are not missing. Almost 40 points in a singular quarter.
Williams to the basket, drives in and is fouled. Unforgiving roll off the rim. And Gillette picks up his first foul of the evening. 22 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 37-16 your score.
The fireworks aren't stopping. I was thinking maybe, they're going to have to cool down soon. They're going to have to cool down soon. Shakes, they have not stopped. I'm being amazed this first quarter. And that first quarter lasted at least, it seemed like forever.
Williams knocks down the first and the second, so it is a 19-point ball game. 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Sequoyah in the bonus as Keener crosses half court. And what a first half it has been for the Chiefs. They have not missed often. 6 seconds left, 5 left. Keener dances around, dials up a three-point shot, no good, as time will expire on an eventful first quarter, as your score at the end of one is Sequoyah 37, Paulding County 18. Max, thank some sponsors after that action, man.
I will. Our Sequoyah Chiefs basketball sponsors are gold level sponsors, Beato's Bar and Grill and Cherokee Focus. Our gray level sponsors, Barber Homes, Barber Lackey Financial Group, Honey Baked Ham, Inside Partners, Prestige Staffing, Stroud's Barbecue and Woodstock Furniture. And our white level sponsors, Peachtree Pest Control, Brad's Barbershop, Edwards Eye Care, Johnny's New York Style Pizza, Riverstone Homes, Studio 5 Salon, and Suntex Marinas at Little River. Thank all of y'all for supporting the Sequoyah Chiefs basketball programs.
Yes, thank you all very much. So go ahead and jump into some analysis on that one, Max.
That was an insane first quarter. It's crazy saying it's the first quarter because they scored 37 points, a firework display of scoring for the Chiefs, and it just didn't stop the whole time. Keener was on fire, continuing his amazing streak from that River Ridge game he had last Friday. And let's look at the board. 10 points, 2 points, 5 points, 9 points, 8 points. For Fisher Mitchell, we saw him hit some key threes in that first quarter. Oh, I keep on saying half because it seems like with that scoring, it should be halftime.
And we are getting ready to get underway here in the second quarter. Man, I feel like we need a break for a second, Max. That was a back and forth quarter here from the War Lodge. Let's see if Sequoyah can stay red hot. And a nice baseline move by Paulding County, and a chance to convert on the and one, as going to the hoop is Elijah Fisher. So a good strong move to the basket and a chance to make it a three-point play is exactly how you wanted to start the second quarter if you are Paulding County after a woeful first quarter, as Sequoyah hit every shot they took. No good on the three-point play, but still getting two. 37-20 your score as we are just underway here in the second quarter. Large contingent of fans out here at the War Lodge. Wally called for a travel as he slips on the floor.
Close call by Wally. Almost got that pass off.
Ball moved ahead for Paulding County, driving the lane, and ooh, what a nice layup by Tyler Shields. So a good start for Paulding County, starting to chip away at this Sequoyah lead. Parker leaves the ball back for Keener. Keener goes in, and another chance for a three-point play for Kyle Keener. He is a foul magnet.
And he is just driving to the rim, putting everything on the table, just continually making those shots under contact. An impressive performance in this first half by Kyle Keener.
What a time for Keener to come alive down the stretch. Keener converts on the three-point play, and Fisher Mitchell checks back into the game with Sequoyah on top of Paulding County 40-22. As who is this Chiefs team? Chardavon in Wally's face, fires up a three-point shot and knocks it down.
That was an impressive move there by Chardavon.
The disrespect to pull up and shoot it in Wally's face.
His face.
Wally with a nice move to the basket and a blocking foul.
And that's how they're calling it. They're giving it to the offensive player on these blocks.
So Dylan Wally goes to the charity stripe.
And they're taking advantage of it every single time, 3 times this game. An advantage for offensive players.
So Wally will shoot 2, sinks the first. That puts him at 6 points on the night. To make it a 41-25 ball game with only 6:51 to go in the second quarter. You can see an NBA score here, like 125-100. As Wally hits another free throw. So Tyson Darby checks into the game for the first time for Sequoyah. 42-25 your score, 6:48 left to go in the first half. Paulding County reeling, but not giving up just yet. And a nice move to the basket, and the ball drops in courtesy of Javon Williams as he's up to 6 points on the night. Parker dials up a deep three-point shot. Oh my word, Preston Parker.
That was very far away, to say the least.
And foul going to the basket will be Javon Williams. Sequoyah up 45-27. My goodness, Preston Parker shot that one from West Forsyth.
It's one thing to have the guts to take that shot, but it's another thing to be able to make that shot on a dime.
So miss on the first free throw for Williams. And Williams sinks the second. 45-28 in favor of the Chiefs. Keener with a nice move. He will go coast to coast and lay the ball up and in. As Kyle Keener up to 14 points in the first half. Inside look by Williams. He has the ball blocked by Fisher. He gets the ball back. As a nice defensive play by Fisher Mitchell. Chardavon one-on-one with Wally. Moves the ball over to the wing. Three-point shot is drained by Khalil Jones.
And he's up to 7 now.
16-point lead for the Chiefs. 5:40 to go in the first half. 47-31 your score.
Oh, got called for a travel.
And Keener travels. So a chance for the Patriots to start taking a chunk out of this Chiefs lead as they are up 16 points with 5:36 to go in the first half. Half. These teams both have some explosive athletes.
And we were saying here in the first quarter, Paulding County can break out at any moment. And we've seen it all first half. on both sides of the ball.
So we'll get a cleanup on the floor. Franzier Chardavon moves the ball up the court for Paulding County. Williams drives in, tries to drop it in. It's not there. Keener takes the rebound and holds on to the ball. Darby all the way ahead of the play, but can't convert on the layup. Just his body carrying too much momentum into the corner, but Chardavon leaves a three-point shot short. Galvin goes to the floor trying to get the basketball. He leaves it for Fisher Mitchell. As Fisher moves the ball over to Keener. Keener crosses half court, gives the ball right back to Mitchell. Mitchell leaves it for Galvin. Galvin to Wally. Wally dials up a three-point shot, but it's blocked by Chardavon.
And what a save that was by Jones. Keep that play alive.
Big block by Chardavon. Can't finish on the offensive side, and it's still a 16-point game, as this is probably the longest stretch we've gone without points scored in the ball game. Galvin to the hoop, lays it up and in.
And Galvin decides to change that.
So Galvin gets the bucket and the foul, and Galvin with a chance to convert a three-point play. Sequoyah has been masterful drawing fouls tonight.
And he had a chance to get to 50, but here goes Wally.
Wally playing through the contact and puts the ball back in on the second opportunity, and Sequoyah back up by 20 with 4:28 left to go in the first half.
And they've reached 50 with 4:20 left in the second.
Williams hits a three-point shot. So Paulding County answers right back with a three-point play of their own. Keener puts the brakes on at the wing. Basketball, Keener looks down low for Darby. Darby goes up and lays it off the glass, and the ball toilet bowls in. 53-34, 3:55 to go in the first half. Pull-up jumper is good by Tyler Shields, and we have got a shootout here at the War Lodge.
Shots just continue to fall for both teams. Insane.
Wally, step back. That patented jumper, no good as it rolls off the side of the rim. 3:38 left to go in the first half. 53-36 your score. It feels so much closer than that, as both teams have been firing on all cylinders offensively, and a foul called on Keener. And that will send Paulding County back to the free throw line. Javon Williams, the shooter for Paulding County. He's already got 10 on the night. Make that 11 as he sinks the first. 53-37 your score. We haven't even had a timeout yet, Max.
Not at all. Non-stop, fast-paced ball game. Entertaining to watch.
As Williams makes both of those free throws, 53-38 your score. Trainer backs the ball over half court and leaves it for Preston Parker. And too much defense being played by Elijah Fisher. He draws the ire of the officiating staff. As Fisher picks up his first foul of the evening for Paulding County. Trainer goes to the basket and is fouled as he goes up. Khalil Jones can't believe it, thought he got all ball. So Trainer with a trip to the charity stripe for the Chiefs. So while we've got a second to breathe and Trainer's shooting his free throws, we need to thank some sponsors because we have not had a chance here in the first half.
You're right. Our Sequoyah Chiefs basketball sponsors are gold level sponsors, Beato's Bar and Grill and Cherokee Focus. Our gray level sponsors, Barber Homes, Barber Leck Financial Group, Honey Bay Tam, Inside Partners, Prestige Staffing, Strauss Barbecue, and Woodstock Furniture. And Trainer knocks down that second free throw.
So 3:09 left to go in the first half. 54-38 your score. Paulding County trying to get back into this. They've made some big shots, but it seems like nothing they can do will get them back in the game, but a foul is called on Sequoyah. That's Harris. So Connor Harris sends Khalil Jones back to the free throw line. Jones with 7 on the night so far. Sequoyah in the bonus, and one more foul this quarter will put Paulding County in the bonus as well. Once again, want to thank everyone for joining us here on Chiefs TV. A packed house here tonight at the War Lodge, checking out some first round action in the GHSA 6A playoffs. Here comes a full court press from Paulding County as Kyle Keener has Chardavon in his face. Sequoyah able to break the press, and Dylan Wally dials up a deep three-point shot.
I'm speechless, Chase. The amount of shots they're taking and making.
Another turnover as Keener picks up the ball. Cross-court pass to Preston Parker. Heat check for Parker, not there. 57-40 your score. 2:25 left to go in the first half. Williams goes coast to coast and lays it off the glass.
And it feels just like an all-star game. Teams are just constantly putting up shots, and they're constantly hitting the shots.
Wally with a nice sidestep, gets the ball down low to Mitchell. Mitchell all the way back to Parker. Parker inside to Trainer. Trainer almost has his pocket picked, and he turns it over on the no-look pass attempt. It's taken by Chardavon. Chardavon goes coast to coast once again, and Sequoyah might want to take a timeout and think about it, and they do. Coach Carden not liking what he sees as that 20-point lead has evaporated to 13. So we will take a timeout here at the War Lodge. The first timeout of the game called with 1:55 left to go in the half.
And those uncontested steal fast breaks that they continue having for Paulding County, Sequoyah always has people down there to guard them. They're just kind of let them go. And those points are going to add up over time, and the lead has shrunk because of that.
Well, you know what Sequoyah also has? Some fantastic sponsors that we need to go ahead and thank.
Of course, Chase, our Sequoyah Chiefs basketball sponsors, our gold level sponsors, Beato's Bar and Grill, Cherokee Focus. Our gray level sponsors, Barber Homes, Barber Lackey Financial Group, Honey Baked Ham, Inside Partners, Prestige Staffing, Stroud's Barbecue, and Woodstock Furniture. And our white level sponsors, Peachtree Pest Control, Brad's Barbershop, Edwards Eye Care, Johnny's New York Style Pizza, Riverstone Homes, Studio 5 Salon, and Sundex Marinas at Little River.
We are going to have to replace the light bulbs in the scoreboard after this game. 57-44 your score. 1:50 left in the first half. This is going to sound wild saying, but the scoring has definitely cooled off as a defensive breakdown gives Keener a good look at a shot. No good, though. And a foul called on Preston Parker as Paulding County starting to chip into that Sequoyah lead. And Paulding County should be in the bonus now. Both teams in the bonus, 1:34 left to go in the first half. 57-44 your score. And driving in the lane. So the basket will count. And a foul against Matthew Trainer.
I believe it was Stephen Galvin. That was a beautiful drive by Elijah Fisher. Just nothing else Stephen Galvin could do. He had his hands up the whole drive. Try to contest as much as he can, but gets called for the foul.
And Sequoyah has a problem. That 20-point lead is now down to 11. 1:29 left to go in the ballgame. Parker going to the basket, lays it up and in.
Beautiful moves there.
So a clean lane to the hoop for Parker. And we're back to a track meet again as Williams tries to lay it up and in. It's not there. Trainer pushes the ball ahead to Dylan Wally, who tries the spin move but loses it off his leg. And numbers for Paulding County, but a big block by Fisher Mitchell. And Sequoyah breaks the press. Under a minute to go, 55 seconds left to go in the first half, and a foul will send Preston Parker to the free throw line.
And it seems like that first quarter magic for Sequoyah has kind of dwindled down. That move by Wally probably would have been made and probably successfully scored by Dylan Wally in that first quarter. Just seems like the rush of emotion from that first quarter has kind of diminished.
54 seconds left as Parker misses the front end of a 1-and-1, and the ball goes off of Sequoyah. So 2 seconds gone off of that play. Parker, the leading scorer on the floor right now with 15 points. He has had a big game tonight. 48 seconds left. Big three-point shot, but missed by Chardavon. And it stays Paulding County basketball with 43 seconds left to go in the first half. Inbound ball, three-point shot is knocked down.
10-point basketball game.
By Elijah Fisher, and it is a 10-point game with 33 seconds left to go in the first half. And wide open is Preston Parker in the corner, no good. And a foul on Trainer as he goes over the back of Tyler Shields.
It's going to be 3 on him now.
And that is 3 on Trainer. That could spell trouble in the second half. So a 1-and-1 for Paulding County. As Timmy the shooter for the Patriots. As Timmy sinks the front end of a 1-and-1, and it is a single-digit ball game.
Can't believe you're saying that, Chase. It was nearly 20 points at one point.
A chance to make it 8. As it rattles around and drops in. Timmy makes it an 8-point ball game for Paulding County. 22 seconds left to go. There is no shot clock in the playoffs this year. That will be implemented next year. 17 seconds left. Sequoyah can hold on for the last shot if they want, but Javon Williams is pestering Kyle Keener. 10 seconds left. Ball to Fisher Mitchell, who dials up a three-point shot of his own. It is not there. Wally with the putback attempt and finds it again on the second try. 1 second left, no good. And that will conclude a wild first half here from the War Lodge, where your score is 61-51 in favor of the Sequoyah Chiefs. Max, we need a break.
We need a break indeed. But that was a wild first half. 37 points scored in the first quarter for the Chiefs. Down to 24 in the second. I think that signifies how much Paulding County, how better they play in the second quarter, defensively and offensively, obviously, because now it's a 10-point ball game. Overall, a wild scoring first half, and first quarter.
An amazing first half of basketball here from the War Lodge. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We will be back on the other side of the half. Once again, your score at the end of 2 quarters, Sequoyah 61, Paulding County 51. I am Chase Schaefer. Joining me in the booth is Max Swain. We want to thank you for joining us on Chiefs TV, and we will see you all on the other side of the break. And welcome back to the War Lodge here at Sequoyah High School. I hope you brought your popcorn because we had an explosive first half, and we expect the second half to be just as good. I am Chase Schaefer. Joining me in the booth is Max Swain. Thank you for joining us on Chiefs TV. A 10-point ball game, but man, 112 points scored in the first half of this ball game, Max.
A crazy first quarter, crazy first half to say the least. Points galore. I'm just looking forward to see what the second half brings us. Which team will continue dancing?
Preston Parker will start the second half off with the inbound pass to Kyle Keener. Keener with an inside look to Dylan Wiley, who stopped in his tracks, but on the second attempt is able to find Pater, and Sequoyah starts off the half with 2 points. A three-point shot dialed up, no good as it bounces off the rim. Ball still free down low in the paint, and going to the rim is Chardavon, and he will be fouled by Fisher Mitchell. So Chardavon will take the first trip to this charity stripe in the junior point guard. Has had a fantastic night as well as he sinks the first of 2 free throws. And the second is good, so still a 10-point ball game, 63-53 with 7:37 to go in the third quarter. Max, this is what playoff basketball is all about.
It is. Games down to the wire, emotions going through the blood. Fun to watch.
Parker is fouled trying to go to the hoop. So Elijah Fisher commits the first foul of the half for Paulding County. Inbound pass finds its way over to Kyle Keener for 3, no good. A little too much on it, and a defensive breakdown on the other end of the court, and we are back to a 1-point game as Francois Chardavon, a single-digit deficit for Paulding County. 63-55 your score, 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Flashing in the paint is Kyle Keener. Keener goes up and draws the foul.
Beautiful technique and fundamentals throughout this whole game for Kyle Keener. Great fakes, just great IQ being displayed this basketball game.
So Keener will take the Chiefs' first trip to the free throw line this half. Keener makes both, and we're back to a 10-point ball game. Big props to Paulding County for not shriveling up when they were trailing by 20 points, as they have come right back into this game, and there is no telling what could happen in the second half. Ball moves around the top. As Paulding County slowing it down here in the second half. Corner three-point shot is good by Jalen Gandy.
Just as you say, they're slowing it down. They're picking it up.
Sequoyah goes back to the old track meet. And Matthew Trainer is right under the basket to lay the ball up and in. A 9-point lead for the Chiefs, 67-58. 2 minutes gone in the third quarter. And going to the hoop, no good, but Trainer on the rebound. And a foul will be called on Paulding County. That is Elijah Fisher once again. And that is Fisher's third foul. We talked about it in the first half. Fouls may become a factor for both teams.
Oh my gosh.
And what a finish by Kyle Keener.
He was way past the goal, sideways. Acrobatics from number 10.
With a chance to convert on the three-point play once again. As Keener drains the ball and makes it a 12-point game, 70-58 in favor of the Chiefs. Paulding County slowing the game down just a little bit. Chardavon looks inside for Gandy. Gandy pushes it back out to Chardavon. Now a head fake from Williams, drives baseline, and no good. I think Mitchell got a hand on the basketball. Sequoyah with a chance to push the lead back out even further. Parker looks inside, and what a finish as Preston Parker is having himself a night. 72-58 your score, 5:25 to go in the third. Chardavon with some fancy footwork, but a three-point shot is drained by Gandy, and he's heating up from beyond the arc. 72-61 your score in favor of the Chiefs.
I thought the fireworks might slow down the second half, but they are not seizing.
Oh, what a jump stop by Wally, 74-61. If you tuned into this game, fans, you are getting your absolute money's worth.
A masterpiece of an offensive performance from both teams.
Wide open look at a three, but not taken, and a drive to the basket, no good by Elijah Fisher. He had a good look at the basket. Parker pulls up at the wing for Sequoyah, finds Mitchell. Mitchell with an uncontested three-point shot, goes off the side of the rim. And the ball sneaks out of bounds, and it went off of Sequoyah. So Paulding County with another opportunity with 4:36 left to go in the third. 74-61 your score. And the official was checking to see if there was some moisture on the court. None found, so we resume play. 74-61 your score, 4:33 to go in the ball game. Paulding County fighting back, but Sequoyah seems to be answering at every turn. Chardavon dribbling the ball around the perimeter, finds a shooting lane and buries the three-point shot.
Once again, a 10-point ball game now. The Patriots aren't backing down.
Might have been a two. And a carry by Parker gives the ball right back to Paulding County. What a comeback this would be for the Patriots if they are able to pull this off here in the War Lodge.
And the past couple minutes of self-destruction right now for the Chiefs as the Patriots are taking full advantage of it. You're right.
Well, Sequoyah cooling off at the wrong time. Nice head fake by Javon Williams, and he drops it in the bottom of the basket. And we are back to a single-digit game, 8 points. And Preston Parker goes spin cycle and lays the ball up and in. And count that shot as both players still down on the floor. As Parker gets up gingerly. And he will have a chance to push the game back out to 11 points. An intense first-round game for both Sequoyah and Paulding County.
You can just feel the intensity from up here. They're giving their heart to this game. Fun to watch.
And one is good by Parker. 77-66 your score. Sequoyah up by 11 as we have a timeout on the floor. And since we have a timeout on the floor, go ahead and take it away for some sponsors, Max.
Of course, Chase, our Sequoyah Chiefs basketball sponsors. Our gold level sponsors, Beato's Bar and Grill and Cherokee Focus. Our gray level sponsors, Barber Homes, Barber Laggett Financial Group, Honey Baked Ham, Inside Partners, Prestige Staffing, Stroud's Barbecue, and Woodstock Furniture. And our white level sponsors, Peachtree Pest Control, Brad's Barbershop, Edwards Eye Care, Johnny's New York Style Pizza, Riverstone Homes, Studio 5 Salon, and Suntex Marinas at Little River. Thank you all for supporting the Sequoyah Chiefs basketball programs.
Thank you, all of you who are joining us on ChiefsTV.org. A large crowd in attendance here tonight and a pretty large crowd online, it appears. I want to thank all of you for amping up the comment section. As Paulding County moves the ball up the floor. Williams finds Jones. Now the ball over to Chardavon, who has had a fantastic ball game, driving to the lane and fouled by Fisher Mitchell. And as soon as the foul was called, Connor Harris heads to the scorer's table. So Francier Chardavon the junior guard, will go back to the free throw line. 77-66 your score, 3:34 left to go in the third quarter. And the second shot is good. That pulls the score to 77-68. A 9-point ball game here at the War Lodge. We have not seen a Kyle Keener sighting in a few minutes. Trainer tries to back down the defender, has to kick the ball back out to Preston Parker. Keener one-on-one, picks up his dribble and pushes the ball over to Parker. Keener drives inside, jumper off the glass and in. Sequoyah can't miss tonight, and pulling up for a jumper is Gandy, and Gandy can't miss. That's his third straight three-point shot, and we're back to an 8-point game, 79-71. 2:50 to go in the third quarter. Wally, step back, jumper is buried, and nobody can miss.
I think
As soon as we say that, Khalil Jones puts too much mustard on the shot. Might have gotten a hand from one of the Sequoyah defenders, but they let them play on. A good look inside to Matthew Trainer, who polishes the ball off the glass, and Sequoyah back up by 12. 2:20 to go to finish the shot and get the and one opportunity.
a roster full of athletes for the Patriots is what we kept on calling them in this first quarter, and they have completely excelled that description. An amazing group of basketball players.
In a 9-point game as Williams completes the three-point play. As these two teams are throwing haymakers here at the War Lodge, you could cut the tension in this building with a knife. Sequoyah will have to do something to get the crowd back into the ball game as the student section. A lot of hands, a lot of fingers and mouths, a lot of nail biting going on. Not sure if the Chiefs are going to pull off their first round win here at the War Lodge. The Region 7-6A champions are having a time of it with Paulding County, and almost a turnover by Trainer. Ball moved ahead to Keener. Keener puts the brakes on and the spin move. Corner three-point shot is up and good. Connor Harris from downtown, and we're back to a 12-point lead. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Turnover underneath the basket. Galvin has the ball, pushes it ahead to Trainer. Trainer to the hoop, fouled, and can't convert on the shot, but he will go to the free throw line to shoot two. Max, Sequoyah has 86 points in the third quarter.
It feels like we're in the last 2 minutes of the whole ball game, but we still have a whole nother quarter to play. Unbelievable fireworks on the offensive side of the ball for the Patriots and the Chiefs.
Trainer sinks the first, and Sequoyah in the bonus again. This is the third straight quarter that Sequoyah has been in the bonus. Fouls will start becoming a factor for Paulding County if they haven't already.
Yeah, second straight quarter in the bonus pretty early.
88-74, a minute 52 to go in the third quarter. As Sequoyah and Paulding County are in a track meet. Sequoyah, a 14-point lead, 88-74. Good inside look, and finishing it off is Timmy. 88-76 your score. Galvin with the ball, but he travels, and that will negate a three-point shot. So a big misstep there by Galvin. Williams drives, he gets to the free throw line, turns around and moves the ball out to Chardavon. Now back out to Williams. Jones will take a shot at driving the lane now, and what a beautiful layup by Jones. 88-78 your score, Sequoyah on top. Ball poked out of bounds by Paulding County. A minute 4 left to go in the third. Max, we're going to have to hit 100 points here tonight, right?
We're going to have to.
Somebody will.
Still got a minute left in this third quarter, and I don't think the Chiefs are just going to score 12 in the fourth.
Are you sure this isn't East versus West? Are we watching the All-Star game? Wally dials up a three-point shot. Oh, and a heartbreaking roll off the rim as Harris is there to clean up the garbage.
Beautiful rebound.
And put it in 90-78. 51 seconds left to go. Wide open look for Jones. Jones off the front of the rim, but he gets his own rebound, drives the lane, and no good on the putback attempt. And Keener is fouled off of the rebound with 43.5 seconds left to go.
And they're in bonus.
As Elijah Fisher draws the foul. Want to thank our loyal fans tuning in tonight. As always, giving a shout out to Mike Mejia. He has been one of our OG followers since the beginning of Chiefs TV. As Kyle Keener sinks the front end of a 1-and-1. And the second is good. Max, we might have to send somebody out to the record sheet out there and see what's the most points Sequoyah has scored in a game ever.
That would be, this game really could be up for contention.
I see Tyler Deal in the crowd. He would definitely know, as he was on the last region championship team for Sequoyah back in 2011. Driving to the basket and finishing with the and one opportunity is Francir Chardavon. Or maybe that was Javon Williams. No, that was Javon Williams, and Keener picks up the foul. 28.2 seconds left to go in the third quarter. It is a 92-80 ball game.
Has the horn sounded yet? Is this game over yet? We've got a whole quarter of basketball to play.
Here's the incredible thing, Max. One of these teams is going to lose.
Has to lose. It's crazy.
And how in the world are you going to explain to yourself that you scored either 80 points or 92 points in a game and still lost? Like, what else do you have to do?
I don't think anything's going to be able to explain the night that both these teams were having. Just shots were falling nonstop. There wasn't actually, I don't think there's a span more than a minute where a team didn't score. Insanity on the basketball court. And we still got 8 minutes left.
As we get some more moisture cleaned up off the basketball court. 28 seconds left to go in the third quarter with a score 92-80. Make that 92-81. It's an 11-point ball game. Full court press is on, and Keener goes down really hard. And that's not good. Keener pops back up, but he is ginger. As Keener is up, walking it off. As that would be a big loss for the Chiefs. Keener still trying to collect himself after the hard foul by Javon Williams. And with Sequoyah in the bonus, and now we have a whole army of kids out there getting the moisture off the court. Want to give a shout out to a former Sequoyah basketball coach, Jeremy Adams. He's over at Cherokee now. He has let me know that the school record for points in a game is 117.
That is reachable.
We are 23 points away.
Reachable.
With a quarter to go, 27 seconds left. 94-81 your score. Sequoyah in the bonus. 8 fouls this quarter alone for Paulding County, but a big three-point shot nailed by Elijah Fisher. What is going on here? 12 seconds left, 94-84. Wally with the ball on the Chiefs logo. 8 seconds left, 7 seconds. Fade away, shot is sank by Dylan Wally. 96-84, the steal from Fisher Mitchell at the end of the third quarter. 4 in favor of the Chiefs.
Unbelievable. The Chiefs are putting everything they have into this ball game. You can see it in their faces. You can see it with the emotion that they're playing with. It is just an amazing feeling right now in the War Lodge. 98-84 is your score at the end of the third.
And we will go ahead and throw it over to sponsors. I have nothing witty to say after this game.
Our gold level sponsors, Budo's Bar and Grill and Cherokee Focus. Our gray level sponsors, Barber Homes, Barber Lackey Financial Group, Honey Baked Ham, Inside Partners, Prestige Staffing, Stroud's Barbecue and Woodstock Furniture. And our white level sponsors, Peachtree Pest Control, Brad's Barbershop, Edwards Eye Care, Johnny's New York Style Pizza, Riverstone Homes, Studio 5 Salon, and Suntex Marinas at Little River. Thank all of y'all for supporting the Sequoyah Chiefs basketball programs. And Chase, we're 19 points away, 20 points away from a record broken in the War Lodge. Insane of how many points have been scored on both sides. You said it earlier. One team's going to have to lose this ball game. 84 and 98. We still got a whole fourth quarter left.
And what a game to get to call. This has been an incredible basketball contest. Fourth quarter, it is the money quarter. Driving to the lane, no good, but fouled going to the basket. So Wally picks up a foul of his own. Boy, it's going to be interesting to see the final stat run at the end of the night. 85 points as Chardavon sinks the first free throw. He will get one more go at it. As he misses the second, so 98-85 in favor of the home team. Both teams looking to advance. Wally with a three-point shot. He has Chardavon on him. Kicks the ball out to Fisher Mitchell. Turnaround jumper. Toilet bowls down and in. And we have hit the century mark. Sequoyah 100. Paulding County 85.
Feels like an NBA caliber game.
Three-point shot with a favorable forward spin for Javon Williams. And it's 100-88. Wally wide open. Three-point shot of his own and it's good. 103-88 here from the War Lodge. And a teardrop bucket by Williams. What is going on here tonight?
Pinch me.
103-90.
Oh my.
Wally for three.
Oh
my goodness, what a three-point shot.
What is going on?
106-90 is your score, driving to the lane and fouled. I believe that is Williams. So Trainer gets the foul. And it was Williams, so Javon Williams goes to the free throw line.
Full timeout.
Go give the sponsors some love. I need a break. 6:44 to go in the fourth quarter. 106-90 your score. 117 is the school record. It happened twice in 1994.
Our Sequoyah Chiefs basketball sponsors, our gold level sponsors, Budo's Bar and Grill and Cherokee Focus. Our gray level sponsors, Barber Homes, Barber Lackey Financial Group, Honey Baked Ham, Inside Partners, Prestige Staffing, Stroud's Barbecue and Woodstock Furniture. And our white level sponsors, Peachtree Pest Control, Brad's Barbershop, Edwards Eye Care, Johnny's New York Style Pizza, Riverstone Homes, Studio 5 Salon, Suntex Marinas at Little River. Thank all of y'all for supporting the Sequoyah Chiefs basketball programs. I still can't get over that move that Wally did just then. I can make countless point outs of this whole game. This is just a highlight reel.
We have 6 minutes and 44 seconds left to go in the ball game, and it is 106-90. If Paulding County loses this and scores 90 points.
If they get into 100 and lose this ball game.
Like, what else do you have to do? The winner of this game, whoever that may be, will have a date. We'll have a date with the winner of the Lee County-Rockdale County game. So they will either get Region 1 or Region 3 in the next round.
And both these teams honestly deserved in this ball game. Both these teams, and place them in 90% of other games, and they would probably win right now with 90 points.
So the winner of this game plays the winner of Lee County and Rockdale County as Javon Williams sinks the first of two free throws in a ball game that is 106-91 with 6:44 left to go in the ball game. Conversation going on between one of the officials and Principal Van Alstine. Not sure what that was all about. 106 to 92. Keener drives the lane, lays it up and off the glass.
That is masterful to do, to maneuver your ball throughout the air. Unbelievable.
And a long three-point shot is way short of the rim. Sequoyah with the basketball. Parker with the ball at the wing. Keener to Mitchell. Mitchell dials up a three-point shot and it goes in! 111 to 92 with 6:06 left to go in the ball game. Williams drives in and lays it off the glass and in. So a big move inside by Williams. 111 to 94. 5:45 left to go in the fourth quarter. Kyle Keener taking his time. He gives the ball to Dylan Wally. Fisher Mitchell for three. No good as it rolls off the rim, and we've got a foul under the basket. What is the call?
A foul on Khalil Jones.
So Jones with the foul.
He's going to go to the bench now. Timmy's coming in for him.
And that's 5 for Jones. So not the way you want to see Jones go out of the ball game by fouling out, but 111 to 94. What an instant classic here from the War Lodge, and down goes Preston Parker. And the army of kids back out to wipe the sweat off the basketball court. Everybody having fun tonight here at the War Lodge. This is an unbelievable ball game.
Definitely an instant classic, like you said, Chase.
5:31 left to go, and there have been 205 points scored in the ball game. Parker, baseline, pull-up jumper, no good off the front of the rim. Here comes Paulding County. That's Williams who goes coast to coast and lays the ball up and in. Pushed ahead for Harris. Harris, spin move, goes to the basket and lays it up and in.
The senior having a great night.
And Connor Harris with a chance to convert on the three-point play. That makes the score 113 to 96.
I think that's 5.
Is that 5?
Of Jalen Gandy. That's another big loss. Timeout.
So we'll take a timeout on the floor with 5:14 left to go in the ball game. Your score, Sequoyah 113, Paulding County 96.
Insanity. Insanity.
Sequoyah is 4 points away from the school record for most points scored in a ball game. That has not happened since the 1994 season. Max, I was 4 years old when that happened.
I wasn't even a thought. 5 points in the end to set the record. 5 points in 5 minutes. I think we might be seeing it.
The fall of the USSR, the deconstruction of the Berlin Wall, the first man to go into orbit. And you can add Sequoyah scoring this many points in a playoff game to the things that you could say are some of the greatest things we have seen in history. That was a corny line. 5:14 left to go in the fourth quarter. 113-96. Harris for the three-point play. Yes, he does. It's 114, and Sequoyah's 3 points from the record.
So is that record just for postseason or all-time?
Period.
Period. Wow.
Period. Most points scored in a ball game. And what a move to the basket! Oh my goodness, Javon Williams with the finish.
I think the best way to describe this is an all-star game because the defense, they aren't playing terrible. They aren't doing the best jobs on either defenses. but the offenses are not missing.
And here come the kids, as we've got some more, kids coming out onto the floor to clean the moisture. And it's a race to see who can get there first. 5 minutes and 9 seconds left to go in the ball game. Your score 114 to 98.
An army of children now attacking the moisture.
And the kids getting in on the excitement as well. We've still got 5 minutes and 9 seconds left to go in the ball game.
Insane.
Mitchell with the ball, hands it off to Keener. Keener one-on-one with Williams. Keener crosses half court. Still with the ball. Cross court pass to Fisher Mitchell. Heavy defense being played here by Paulding County. Keener goes baseline and he steps out of bounds. And Paulding County takes over with 4:50 left to go in the ball game. Just imagine if you had bought a ticket and a good defensive stand there by the Chiefs, and the ball is saved by Connor Harris. 4:35 left to go in the ball game, 114 to 98. Sequoyah 3 points away from the all-time record scored in a ball game. Ooh. And a foul on the floor will be called on Timmy.
Kids are back.
No good on the shot, so it stays 114 to 98. 4:15 left to go in the ball game. And a big shot hit by Paulding County, and they are in the 100-point bracket. So 114 to 101 with 4:04 to go in the fourth quarter. Keener to Wally in the corner. And Wally ties the record.
Ties the record.
117 points in a game. Sequoyah has tied the record. Your score is 117 to 101, 3:50 to go in the fourth quarter. Ball inside to Williams. Williams to the paint. In. No good on the finish, but he will go to the free throw line to shoot two. For a game that has been so fast and so back and forth, here we sit now, stuck in the purgatory that is a 218-point ball game, and we still have 3 minutes and 43 seconds left to go.
Absolute craziness. An offensive clinic.
Williams sinks the first. And it's hard to believe this is still a 15-point game.
This is. It feels like it's been neck and neck this whole game.
Miss on the second. 117 to 102, still your score. 3:39 left to go in the ballgame. Keener for the record. It's
and that
in!
does it.
And how fitting that Kyle Keener is the one to break the record for Sequoyah. As a team, no team in Sequoyah basketball history has scored more points than your 2022 Region 7 6A champion Sequoyah Chiefs. 3:16 left to go in the ball game. Spinorama by Keener, but he's fouled going to the basket.
And he has so many acrobatic moves. You never know what you're going to get with Keener. But what a game. And we still got 3 minutes left. 3 whole minutes.
So Kyle Keener hits the first of two, and the record now 120 points. And how fitting that Tyler Deal was in the building to see this. One of the members of the last great Chiefs team, Keener misses the second, but it is an 18-point ball game, 120 to 102, and a hard foul to the basket, and that's an offensive foul.
He calls it. A technical on the coach.
And we've got a technical foul on Paulding County's coach.
Coach Hammett.
And a timeout taken by Paulding County's coach. And he is incensed. 3:07 left to go in the fourth quarter, 120 to 102.
What a game. And you said it earlier, an 18-point deficit, it doesn't feel like that at all. This whole game has been just tense. This whole, you said you can cut the tension in the building with a knife. That was an understatement, because this is just a tense ball game through and through, no matter the score. Wow, what a game.
So I have been reliably informed by Coach Adams that Deal was not on the 2011 team, but he was on the first playoff team in 2010. What an adventure this game has been.
What a roller coaster.
3:07 left to go, 121 to 102 as Keener sinks the first shot after the technical foul. And he also makes the second, and Sequoyah will get the ball back. And what can you say for this Paulding County team? How many games does 102 points lose?
I don't know, another game where 102 wouldn't be enough.
Not a game that's not in the NBA.
Yeah.
Mitchell with the inbound pass. Galvin with a head fake, goes baseline to the basket. A high floater, but he gets his own rebound on the other side and lays it up and in. And Stephen Galvin doing the hard work. 2:55 to go in the ball game, 124 to 102. And a move to the basket is there, and now it's getting physical. But Wally able to come down with the rebound for the Chiefs. As Keener crosses half court. Galvin with the ball, now over to Keener.
No shot clock in this.
As Keener will drive in and retreat back out beyond the arc to the logo. 2:20 left to go in the ball game. Keener goes down, but moves the ball out to Mitchell, who gives it right back to Kyle Keener. And a hard foul inside.
That was Timmy.
As Timmy gives Keener the old shoulder. And it is getting ugly here at the War Lodge. And a flagrant foul called on Timmy.
I think Kyle Keener might be bleeding.
Probably is. He took quite the shot from the big junior for Paulding County.
But I mean, of course, Paulding County has no reason to get this physical, but they have a reason to be a little bit upset. 102 in a game, you said. Probably not going to come out on the winning side in this one. A crazy game.
And a full timeout with 2:08 left to go in the ball game. And what more do we have to talk about here from the War Lodge? Your score 124 to 102 with 2:08
There go the kids.
left to go in the fourth quarter. And the cleanup crew is back out on the floor. And I need a drink of water. Go ahead and throw it over to our sponsors.
Of course, Chase, our Sequoyah Chiefs basketball sponsors. Our gold level sponsors, Beato's Bar and Grill and Cherokee Focus. Our gray level sponsors, Barber Homes, Barber Lackey Financial Group, Honey Baked Ham, Inside Partners, Prestige Staffing, Stroud's Barbecue, and Woodstock Furniture. And our white level sponsors, Peachtree Pest Control, Brad's Barbershop, Edwards Eye Care, Johnny's New York Style Pizza, Riverstone Homes, Studio 5 Salon, and Suntex Marinas at Little River.
So fans, if you tuned in, you are in for a doozy. It has been an absolute shootout from the time this game started as Keener sinks the front end of a flagrant foul. 125 to 102. Make that 126 as Keener sinks the second. And checking out of the ball game is Dylan Wally, Fisher Mitchell, and Kyle Keener. Galvin heads to the bench as well. And in for the Chiefs will come Connor Gillette, Cam Harrington, Mason Waterboard, Brandon Dondonville, and Connor Gillette. Correction, that's Tyson Darby. Inbound pass to Waterboard. He loses the ball. 2:04 left to go in the ball game, and a layup as going coast to coast is a player not listed on my roster. I don't have a 15, and the ball loose under the hoop again. 126 to 104, and driving in and laying the ball up and in is Francier Chardavon. It is a 20-point ball game, a minute 42 left to go. A deep three-point shot is no good, and on the putback attempt is Harrington. It's not there either. Correction, that was Darby. And a minute 32 left to go in the ball game. And Coach Carden not feeling that matchup, so he will throw the starting five back out onto the floor with a 20-point lead, 126 to 106, with a minute 32 left to go in the ball game. Chardavon carries the ball up the floor. Corner three by Shields, and he knocks the ball down. And a technical foul on number 25, George Shumpert, the 6'5 freshman, and Sequoyah goes back to the free throw line again. So tech's aplenty going on here at the War Lodge. Wally sinks the first. 127 to 109 with a minute 22 left to go in the ball game. .122 to go in the fourth quarter. Sequoyah will get the ball back after the technical foul issued to Shumpert. As Sequoyah is up by 19 with 128 to 109 your score. A minute 22 left to go in the ball game. Good inside look to Wally, who drives to the basket and draws the contact.
Up to 30.
Philpott on the foul.
130.
And an unbelievable 130 to 109 score, as now Sequoyah will bring back in some of those bench players.
Levantis, Ayinla.
Ayinla comes into the game.
Harrington and Gillette along with Wally.
Wally will probably exit after he makes this free throw, and he will, as Dondonville checks in for Dylan Wally. 109 to 131. If you had told me that in this game Paulding County would score 109 points, I would assume Sequoyah had lost. A minute 5 left to go. Chardavon fires a three-pointer. It is not there. Levantis gets a hand on the rebound, and Dondonville gets the ball to Connor Gillette. Gillette to Harrington. Harrington still has the ball down low. And a pull-up jumper by Dondonville finds the bottom of the net. 42 seconds left to go. 133 to 109.
And look at the sophomore getting on the board.
And a wide open three-point shot from the top of the key goes in. As that one is dropped by Chardavon, who has to be getting close to a lot of points. They've shut off the points here in the second half because I don't think they have enough light bulbs on the scoreboard for it. Gillette Corner pass, 15 seconds left to go. And a three-point shot, no, Donovanville pulls up. Two-point shot, no good off the side of the rim. 8 seconds left. Ball is up and in as Levantis scores. 5 seconds left. As the ball will be inbounded and the horn will sound. How sweet it is as Sequoyah heads to the Sweet 16.
In incredible fashion.
And that will do it here tonight from the War Lodge at Sequoyah High School. What a game has gone down here at Sequoyah at the War Lodge. My goodness. As Sequoyah and Paulding County, an offensive display as a total of 247 points scored here tonight. Sequoyah will go on to the next round, and they will take on the winner of the Lee County-Rockdale County game. Who could have predicted this?
135 points, record broken by 18 points. Not just 4 points, 5 points. 135 points is the new record for a game. Insanity.
Not casually shattered either.
Not at all.
You said it, they broke the record. They have broke the record. This team will go down in infamy. 135 to 112. What a big win for this Sequoyah Chiefs team as they move on to the next round. We will get you all the information. We'll put all that out on Twitter on High Scores because I'm sure everybody had like 40 points. But we want to thank you for joining us here on Chiefs TV. I am Chase Schaefer. Joining me is Max Swain. And guess what? We will see you Friday here from the War Lodge with another Sequoyah Chiefs basketball game. Your final score from the War Lodge, Sequoyah 135, Paulding County 112. Thank you so much for joining us on Chiefs TV. You have a blessed evening.